So we're gonna redo this channel a little bit. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna change the name. We're gonna do a little bit with it. We're probably gonna actually post stuff. Just been really busy. We're going to RTT this weekend. I haven't figured out what army I'm gonna run. I really wish they'd have dropped that Raven Guard character earlier with the rules, because I'd be playing him faux show. He looks pretty sweet. And from what I can tell, some of his abilities are going to jive pretty well with the way Raven Guard likes to play, the way I like to play as well. And then you couple that with Shrike, and you got a couple good characters for good movement army, strike fast move. We'll see what some of his other bases. Right as of now, I don't have the data sheet. We know he's going to get free rapid ingress or heroic intervention. More than likely, he's going to be tied to JPIs and Vanguard vets. Now, some of the box art they're using for they're using the box art for what they've dropped today when I'm filming this. For the lore, shows a lightning clawed cactus armored or Phobos armored dude, and I wish they would have dropped something like that. Like a Dark Fury squad or something like that for Raven Guard, but they didn't. We got the character anyway. Looks like a JPI Vanguard vet. It'd be cool if we get something attached to like a Eliminator squad or some other Phobos unit. This is what we got. You couple this back in the day when we had Reavers that kind of sucked. Now we have Reavers that are okay. We can make a very compelling army that's kind of within the realm of the Raven Guard with some of these units now. And hear me out. Reavers with a Reaver Lieutenant, the terrifying, their aura goes up to 6 inches. Now we got blades that have 411. You got lethal hits. Yeah, the Reaver Lieutenant, they've still got that screwed up where he doesn't have the grab pack, so he can't deep strike. That sucks. Which is a travesty, really, if you want to get that guy in play. Because, I'm still going to probably play him. I'm going to get one. Remember in the past, I converted him into a chaplain for JPIs. Now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But he looks cool. And you never know when that might come back into play. But you got some good quick units. Now, is it the ideal army? Like when I'm looking at the jump pack units and I'm looking at Raven Guard, I'm like, it depends on if they give us another detachment, -1 to hit, benefit of cover. That's pretty cool. But then I'm looking at Blood Angels and their detachments and their characters and their abilities and their units. I don't know if it's compelling enough, unless you're just die-hard Raven Guard player, to go into that competitively. I know I just went on a tangent because we got that character, because I really am stoked. I'm a Raven Guard enthusiast. I love Raven Guard. I love the theory of them, and I wish we had more stuff out there for them. There was some leaks kind of from the Art of War guys. It sounded like from when they were talking about, I don't know, current state of the meta, and they dropped the character and something about how the detachment and the character do things that they wish every character would do. So maybe we're going to get a detachment. Maybe we're going to get abilities within the new Chapter Master that's going to really up the Raven Guard's game. I don't know. Salamanders did. We'll see. And the Salamanders actually don't look that half bad, and I like them. But I'm a Raven Guard. I like sneaky stuff. I like sniper, infiltrate, hit hard, exfil, that kind of thing. And then you combine that, like so we talked about military tactics with the combined arms type army, where you got prepping the battlefield, going in and really taking care of business. And what I mean by, we might even do this. Anyway, this RTT, I'm still trying to figure out what army I want. Kind of like the Archangels right now. And of course I run Custodes. And then I got Gilliman, Roberto. And so it's like I got these armies that I want to play. this weekend. And then I'm going going to a team event, the Challenger Cup. Supposed to, as long as my leave gets approved, and I'm supposed to be the custodies player. So I was like, what do I do with that? But I don't know. Lion does some interesting things. First turn, you can get first turn rapid ingress with him. Makes pretty sweet little moves, because the way the Lion's ability works, you can pick him up in your command phase because he has the 3 Primarch abilities. It's super interesting. But anyway, I already got that Raven Guard character pre-ordered, and we're gonna put him in there. Where I don't know about the combat patrol. I'd rather just go try to find the old box and get a bunch of Reavers again, and then buy some JPI on the side. Or there's a box with like 3 squads JPI, because you're probably going to want to run heavy JPI or Vanguard vets. Actually, Vanguard vets look pretty interesting if you can find Inferno pistols for them, and then you're jumping strike and these dudes in there with Inferno pistols or plasma pistols or whatever you want to run in there and lighten things up. Sounds pretty cool. It's finding the bits to put them on. That's interesting play. And then you run a couple with shields, so you get it 4 up. You get that 4 up, 4 plus impulse, so 3 up, 4 up. That's interesting. So you're going to probably run heavy JPI, heavy Vanguard vet, and then Reavers, Eliminators. If you want to do the whole sneaky beaky type stuff, and then hopefully we get a new detachment. But you can run that stuff, and you imagine like the mobility you have in there. Now you're going to want a hard-hitting unit. So one of the things that I've been looking for Raven Guard is the Assault Terminators, or making my own, which I got some bits to do so. I just haven't got Terminators, because Raven Guard, if you had a 10-man Assault Terminator squad with Lightning Claws to keep it Raven Guard-ish, and you put a Chaplain in there for +1 the wound, or if you want to do sustained hits, you can throw a library. I like doing the sustained hits, because if you're a compliant chapter, you get +1 the wound on your deal. But anyway, let's say you don't want to do that. You can just in general, because you might want to use your oath over here, but then you still have +1 the wound here. It's ipso facto. You can do something. I have a Chaplain, that's why I was saying that, and then I can figure out how to get something else. But anyway, you run something like that with like a 10 brick of just Assault Terminators. I guess you could use the clubs as well, but you have that big brick of hard-hitting dudes with the Lightning Claw version, because the Raven Guard, it just looks like cool. You throw those dudes in, and you're talking about 10 guys with Lightning Claws, 5 attacks, 5-2-1, twin linked, +1 to wound. You're putting out some damn damage, son. Like, it's not bad. So anyway, I'm going on all these, like, these are part of my list. And then let's say you have the Reaver thing going on, because I think I'm going to do that too. It just sounds fun. You throw a couple whirlwinds in there, you prep the battlefield you're throwing down, you battle shock somebody, and then you run those Reavers in, hopefully so that you don't get I'm just throwing out all those scenarios. But the meta right now is a little bit harsh, so. But it's just fun for me to think you got all these clandestine operators, that's what the Raven Guard is. They're operators. You're sending in these tactical units. They're supposed to infill, hit targets, do things, sabotage. That's one of the things I love about the Vanguard unit, or the detachment, which is a Raven Guard-ish detachment. You can go in there, sabotage objectives, and sit off on them. Hit mortal wounds on people, go back in there, it's reset. I mean, there's a lot of ways to play this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. We're changing the channel up. It's going to be kind of fun, but we're changing the name so it's a little more catchy and a little more along the lines with my the military background, and just to spice things up and start growing this thing again and put more content out. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. And then RTT this Saturday, I'll probably do after action on that, just to let you guys know how it goes. I don't know what army I'm going to run. I kind of want to run Raven Guard just for the damn fun of it, besides without the new character though. But we'll see. I got some painting to do still. but I also need to run custodes or line, or the line sounds fun with knights. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.